Hey, how you doing? This is David Taub, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com, and I am here at the LA Amp Show 2018 in Van Nuys, California. I am in the Universum Guitars room, and I am here with Greg, who is a representative for Universum Guitars. Greg, how are you?
I'm great. Glad to be here. Honored to be here and meet you.
Well, thank you so much for spending a little time with us talking about these awesome guitars. Now, I'm familiar with Universum Guitars because I have one, and I've been playing one for some time now, one of their Mariana Private Reserve. I really like it. They sound great, and they play great, and they look great. And these are handcrafted guitars made in the Ukraine, and they're really doing something different. It's not the same old Strats and same old Les Pauls, and they use a lot of really cool mathematical principles, and they're doing a lot of different things, creative things with their guitars. I'll put some links to some of my other videos using their guitars in the cards. Be sure to check those out. So tell me tell me a little bit about the DAG line. This is the new line from Universum that they've just coming out with.
Absolutely, absolutely. The line came out as the Universum, which is a worldwide company that has been selling guitars for over 25 years, but designing into the LA market, especially with guitars that are well known with specs. We wanted to fine tune that so we have a boutique line which is very friendly priced and also high quality, the same level of quality and engineering with the specs of yesteryear. So that's the main direction that we're seeming to go with these guitars this year. This is the 2019 debut of these guitars here at the Amp Show. So we're excited about that.
That's awesome. And I noticed throughout the room that with the DAG line, they're still using some of the components that were used on their other line. Like I saw lipstick pickups, I saw these awesome finishes, and I saw 7-ply necks and all of these other things. So it looks like they're doing, again, they're spreading it out and doing these cool things over lots of different models.
That's correct.
So this is a very interesting looking guitar. The first thing I notice is the finish is very cool. It has this kind of flamey kind of finish. But the other thing is with the knobs and this setup, this tray, it's kind of Telecaster-esque.
Absolutely. This is vintage modern, we call this one. So this is very tried and true. Everyone has seen this. But we did a few modernizations and tweaks to this. And one of the things, as you mentioned the wood, this is actually fiddleback maple or curly maple at its finest. It's, again, the high altitude, cold weather, and old growth. And what we have here is a reversed bridge with the pickup embedded. And the reason is because we have the headstock is the reverse headstock. Now, this makes the lowest string the longest, so you have a better tonality. And it also makes the highest string shortest, which gives you more down pressure and a little more tonality. So that's the principle behind this, plus the fact that the neck is hollowed out on this guitar as well as the body chamber. So you have two different things going on with this. And then last is the measurements. We're using the 1-in-11 and the 12-inch radius on this, so all the Gibson players are very at home and happy with this guitar. This came up, you see all the quality, the workmanship. You see the specs on this one. This is high-level boutique guitar, but it's at a friendly price. This is African mahogany, for example. This is the streamers that you see in the neck here is that hard maple that comes from the high elevation, cold country, old growth. This is a Wingy fingerboard. We're using all the components that are tried and true and that are happening and that give the sound and the tonalities of today's guitars.
And I see it has also locking tuners. I love the 3 little kind of geometric inlays. I'm a sucker for different inlays. And I also see it has the cool truss rod adjustment where you adjust it down here, and it has the tool that built into the guitar where you can adjust the truss rod, which is really unique.
The tool's embedded into the guitar, and it's also a screwdriver tip, so you can do a last-minute adjustment if necessary. But it just slides into the slot here. It's a double truss rod adjustment, so you can have the adjusting of the full length of the neck. And of course, all the specs are correct. Mathematically, 1/11 nut width, 12-inch radius, 24 3/4 scale, and of course the tunematic bridge and tail. This one is semi-hollow body, so this is very light, about 7 pounds.
So it has a center block?
Yes, center block. Absolutely.
Now this one, again, has the flamey top, and also I'm loving the lipstick pickups on this one.
Now this one's a kind of a unique guitar. This was made by or for Brent Woods as an artist model, but what we did with this one, he liked the Strat look with the maple neck, but the Les Paul configuration with the tunematic and stop bar and the 3 tuners on each side. However, it's got the 3 pickups, lipstick pickups, and a double humbucking in the back position. So this is a very unique guitar, very, very artistic. And now here you have the beveled back. Here again, you've got your pure maple, sycamore maple, 7-ply.
So now we're getting into, it looks like a little bit more of a Les Paul kind of look, but it's elongated and it's kind of contoured the body. Yeah, tell me a little about this.
Well, this again is the Grace model. This one is a solid model in opposed to the semi-solid. Has all the same specs, all the same hardware. However, you've got your solid carved curly maple, and again, like David just mentioned, it's dished differently, and it's a little smaller, a little more comfortable, a little lighter weight. This is just under 8 pounds. Again, the African mahogany, all the same specs as the Grace 2.
I notice it has a little kind of dish here.
Right, we beveled in for the switches and also the knobs. So they fit the guitar. It makes it a little more streamlined, a little more comfortable, a little more ergonomic. And again, very cool colors. We're using amber, we're using trans black, we're using the colors that really appeal to the eye as well as the year in the past.
I've seen many Universum guitars, and the finishes are always, just the fit and finish is outstanding.
They are perfect, and they do a great job. And there's a different kind of procedure that they have to do in the colder weather. So they're using a polyester finish, which can still be buffed and polished. And nitro is still available. It takes a little longer in that climate, but that is available, and that's something we can do. And it's basically a custom shop. They can build any model as far as the configurations, the hardware, the colors, the specs. So they're really open.
And if you want to check this out more, you can go to universumguitars.com, and you can see their different lines, and you can see the way that they can customize these instruments for you. The price points of these lines, depending on features, you can get one for in 1,000, 1,500.
Absolutely.
And then all the way up to about 4,000 for the top of the line, all the bells and whistles.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here we have the Elena Delta model with the very interesting cutout here.
What we have here is a tone chamber, and this is in the Nautilus shape, of course, and this is the Wingy wood carved. It has the Wingy pickup mounting rings along with the bridge configuration and the fingerboard. So we're using woods that are indigenous to the area as well as the maple. And this particular one would be a hybrid guitar. This has all the specs of a Les Paul, 24 3/4 and 12-inch radius and all that I mentioned. But it also has a maple. So it's basically maple and carved back, carved top, and maple neck. So you've got a really thin and brilliant sound with a guitar like this. This has custom pickups. They're push-pull. The pots are CTS, the orange caps. The bridge is brass with bronze saddles. The nut is adjustable, which is unique on this guitar. It's brass, and you can quarter turn to get the up or down adjustment. The string tree, which is a great feature of holding the guitar in tune under any weather. This guitar hardly goes out of tune. It's amazing. And this one has Grover tuners on it.
Check this out more, you can go to universumguitars.com and you can see their different lines and you can see the way that they can customize these instruments for you.